Okay, Google. Okay, Alexa. Okay, Siri. Play Christmas music.
All right, here's a Spotify playlist called Christmas Hits.
Okay, Alexa. Or okay, Google. Stop.
Fuck
No.
Fuck everybody else.
Fuck everybody else. So, I just want to start us off like that because this is our cozy Christmas episode. We're just going to talk about our favorites come Christmas time.
Like our favorite Christmas movies, things we like to do, our favorite traditions, that kind of stuff.
All the fun stuff.
So, like, my family, like Christmas morning, breakfast. My granny made breakfast every year when I was a kid growing up until the year she passed away, and then I took it over. Even though, like, the first year I really was not in the Christmas spirit. I don't know that any of us were.
Now, is this something that y'all did always, like when you were a kid? Okay.
All, like, from the time I can remember, we would go to her house for breakfast on Christmas morning. Like, we would open presents at home and then go to her house. And we were usually at her house by no later than 9 o'clock, I think. So now
I don't think it's too much to ask for, like, okay, go ahead. I'll get
but
there.
I was just going to say that, like, but now I do that. And we usually do breakfast about the same time, about 9:30ish. We just eat, and then we all open presents. It's not quite the same because it's just now it's 4 of us, but, like, my sister's going to be here this year, so I'm excited about that. We're doing it a little bit early, but I think Christmas morning I'm still going to make Danny and I like a little breakfast. So, but yeah, what were you going to say?
So, like, I don't think it's too much to ask for, like, even if you've got kids, to get up Christmas morning and do breakfast with, like, your extended family. Like, my oldest specifically likes to sleep. I like to sleep, but Christmas morning is like it's a whole vibe, and, like, nobody's going to get upset about having to get up early to open presents, you know? Yeah. I think that's a cool tradition. We do Christmas morning breakfast with TJ's family. That's what we've done for the past several years. I feel like at one point in the last 13 years that TJ and I've been together, we didn't always do breakfast, or we, didn't. There might have been a couple years that we didn't. Mm-hmm. But I enjoy it. It was for us growing up, for me growing up.
Yeah.
There was always, like, we would do, like, Christmas Eve. Mm-hmm. We would open presents that are from my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And we still do that most of the time, depending on my schedules with my oldest.
Yeah.
But we would do Christmas Eve and open presents from mom and dad.
Yeah.
I had a hiccup and then a burp, sorry. And then we would get up Christmas morning, and of course we would see what Santa brought. Mm-hmm. And then we would go to my grandparents' house, which was 2 hours-ish away from where we live.
Yeah.
When I got older, we would go up there Christmas Eve and spend the night. Mm. And that was always my favorite. That was great because, like, I'd wake up to, the smell of Granny in the kitchen cooking.
Yeah.
That's, like, honestly, like, when I think of my childhood, that's what I think of. Mm. I'd wake up and, smell that, and then I'd run in the kitchen and she'd be in there cooking, and normally my cousin would be in there drinking coffee or his hot chocolate or whatever with Granny, because he was the favorite, and she, spent that extra time with him always. I'm not salty. But we'd get up and the kids would sit at the little breakfast bar type deal, and then the table would be set for the grown-ups, and we had a tiny little TV off to the side, so we'd have, like, a Christmas Story or something on.
Oh, so we the 24-hour marathon?
Yeah. So we'd watch that while we were eating breakfast and have a good time. And then we'd go and open presents from everybody. And it seemed like that would take hours. And it probably did, but it was like so much fun. Because, everybody, we would take turns. Everybody would get a present.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person at a time would open their present.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
See, I don't recall that we ever did anything like that. Like, handing out presents and then one at a time opening presents sounds like a nightmare. It sounds like being put on the spot.
It never bothered me. I think that's the way we still do it at my parents'.
Yeah.
And then like now that my grandparents are gone, we do it at my aunt's house. Usually we have like a lunch or an early dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we do presents, which a couple of years ago we quit doing like the adults presents.
Mm-hmm.
Like we started for years. It was everybody bought everybody a present.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where there was just so many of us.
Right.
So we would draw, like the adults would draw names,
mm-hmm.
and then everybody would buy for the kids.
Yeah.
And now it's down to a couple of years ago, we decided to quit doing it for the adults because we were basically just passing around gift cards.
Right.
And then everybody just bought for the kids. Well, now it's down to, because once you turn 18, you're no longer a kid, so you don't get kid presents. Now it's turned into just like one other kid, and this is her last Christmas to be a kid,
mm-hmm.
and my three. Because my sister does Christmas with her other side of the family. So, it's my three and one other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, after this year, it's just going to be my kids, and that's not fair,
Right. I think maybe y'all could do the drawing names again.
I proposed that this year, and I think we might do it and just make a stipulation that
no gift cards. Yeah.
Which is fine because I've already, like, TJ and I've talked about it. I know what I'm going to get whoever we draw,
Yeah.
My family's fairly easy.
Right.
But I'm pretty excited about it. I love Christmas.
Me too.
Halloween is my favorite, but Christmas is a very, very, very close second.
True. And my family is smaller and there's like no kids to buy for.
Right.
So like we buy for each other. And I'm the queen of doing too much. As we know. You do. I think this year is I'm not apologizing for it anymore. I don't expect, I've always said, I don't expect the same reciprocation because I got the dopamine rush off of purchasing that because I thought of somebody. So if I do that 3 or 4 times, let me do it.
Right.
Who cares?
Well, I
don't do it to make anybody feel bad. I do it because I genuinely enjoy it. And
you understand that with us, that I have 3 kids to buy for,
and
plus
I would rather
extended family.
Exactly. And I would rather you spend that money on your kids.
But it's always, you and Daniel always come over either the day after Christmas or whatever, and we do gifts. And
I think I've even come over on Christmas Day when y'all didn't have anywhere to be immediately.
Right.
But usually it's right after Christmas.
Yeah. And the kids always enjoy it. Maddie always says, Aunt Brittany always gets the best gifts.
And this year we've divvied up the children. So I have the girls and he has Easton. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. See, but he's good at buying Easton stuff.
Right. He's trying really hard to get him the banner we saw at that truck or treat of the Lamborghini for his room. So
the boys' walls are going to be covered. He got a poster with the Traxxas girls on it that was autographed from Vegas.
But growing up, sometimes we would come over here to my other grandparents' house and do on Christmas Eve, we would just do finger foods.
Yeah.
And then Christmas morning, we would wake up, open presents at home, and then we would go to my granny's, eat breakfast, go back home. We would hang out over there for a while, but then we would go back home, play with our stuff, get Daddy to put together whatever, you know, all the good stuff, and then we would come back over here Christmas evening and open gifts here and eat like Christmas dinner.
Right.
And then we would go home.
My mom used to always cook whenever we'd go over there Christmas Eve. Or like, you know, when I still live at home, it would for forever she would cook, and it was a lot of times it was like fried chicken and biscuits and gravy, and then some other kind of side. You ain't lived unless you've had like homemade fried chicken, like strips. Like we don't do bone-in chicken when we do fried chicken,
right?
But like fried chicken, homemade fried chicken,
it's so
with
good.
some like breakfast gravy, you know, like the white gravy, the peppered gravy or whatever.
I ain't made homemade fried chicken since I was married.
I try to do it.
I made
every
that
couple of
man
months.
homemade fried chicken, and that's how he treated me.
Right.
And I ain't never made Daniel homemade fried chicken.
I hope
I'm gonna have to now.
Of it. Listen, the egg part's
Was that you? I thought it was him. It sounded like it was from the next room.
It was muffled.
She's throwing her farts, y'all.
Anyway, Granny always cooked like the breakfast that we had over there. Man, you're talking scrambled eggs, sausage. I don't know what kind of sausage she used. I have not been able to replicate it, but it's like that breakfast sausage. And then of course bacon. I think sometimes she would make like country ham, like little pieces of country ham. Biscuits, homemade biscuits. There'd be gravy. Always, always, always the Donald Duck orange juice.
I don't think they make it anymore. Because Dollar Tree don't carry it.
Oh, no.
The grocery store does not carry it anymore.
I've been looking.
I don't think it's made anymore. Like,
Dollar Tree was my only hope.
Dollar Tree only has the apple juice and the there's like a tropically flavored one, but they've slowly started transitioning that to something else.
You can buy it. I feel like I remember Granny buying it in a can.
Like concentrate?
Yeah.
It says you can get it on DoorDash.
From where?
It's out of stock online on Instacart. Where does it say? I love me some Donald Duck orange juice.
See, this says, when I said where to buy it, it says Food Line.
Really?
I've literally never seen it there. And it also says Walmart.
Diabetes. It says, whoops, this item is not available in your area.
Dollar General.
I don't know.
Walgreens. This lie.
I ain't never seen it at Walgreens.
Lies. Anyway.
See,
so
if
anybody...
on Walmart, it says out of stock online.
If anybody that knows us personally and knows whereabouts we are, please let me know if you see this anywhere. And...
yeah, it says not available anywhere.
Tell me where I can get it. Because it is the best and it's pure nostalgia for me.
It's so good.
Somebody
said, in my 79 years of having orange juice, this one tops them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now you can't find it anywhere.
Right.
What Christmas movies did you grow up watching?
I mean, of course, like I said, The Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation, one of my all-time favorites.
I do like that movie. It's not a must-see for me.
Oh, it is absolutely. We watched it not too long ago. It was already on.
I I think it's one of those things that people are either like really super into or they're just not into it at all. And I'm just, it's okay for what it is, but there are other Christmas movies I'd rather watch during the holiday season.
I don't know that I grew up watching it. I think I was introduced to it like in high school, maybe Mr. Darrow's class. White Christmas.
Love White Christmas. I watch that every year.
The one movie that I'll say every year we're going to watch, and then I can never find it. Not even on DVD can I find it. Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain Christmas.
I have it. I have it on DVD.
You
know why? Because I had Granny P for a granny.
Well, yeah, but we watch it on TV like every year, and now I cannot find it anywhere to be able to stream it.
I think it's like a bootleg copy of it. But I have it.
Can we bootleg a bootleg?
Probably. I can probably get it for you.
Because I need that. I don't even...
Because, like, when she passed, like, a lot of her movies and stuff, she had already, like, been like, take this to McKay's, get whatever. And, like, a lot of her movies were, like, you know, those, like, you remember the $5 bin at Walmart?
Yeah.
A lot of them were those. But, like...
This says you can watch it on Netflix. Let me test that theory.
But she had it on DVD, and I kept it. I was like, out of all of them, I'm keeping that. Because I know that one was really hard for her to get her hands on.
I'm looking on Netflix right now.
I don't even know. I feel like... No,
it's not on here.
It had to have been...
Again, with the diabetes.
Coat of Many Colors. I don't know. I know our former friend helped get her a copy of one of the Dolly Parton movies. I want to get... Me and Daniel bought a VCR at the Goodwill because we're converting all of our home movies to digital.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, if your parents have any or whatever... I can do those.
I don't even know. I'm sure
because I know they had one of your middle school talent show.
That was on a DVD.
Was it?
I'm almost sure.
See,
maybe not.
I don't know. As I vaguely remember us watching it when we were like in our early 20s.
Do you still have our senior slideshow?
Yes.
I lost mine in the divorce.
I still wonder about that little scrapbook I made for Maddie. That little, you remember? I worked so hard. I put my heart and soul into that.
Girl, everything I had that didn't fit in your car that day. No, he trashed everything.
Yeah, but it's Maddie.
Well, I'm sure he saved that. I'll ask her about it.
Yeah, ask her about it. I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I like seeing how far I've come in my scrapbooking game.
But what Christmas movies did you grow up watching?
Well, we watched
Year Without Santa Claus. Did you watch any of those?
Not really. Like, I did watch the Santa Claus movie because I had a very heavy crush on Bernard the elf.
Oh,
still,
no.
To this day. Is Daniel had no idea who that was because we were watching a movie not too long ago that he made me watch. It was pretty good. I'm not saying it wasn't, but we were watching it and I was like, Bernard the elf. And he was like, who? I was like, you don't know who that hunk of a man is? Bernard? And he was like, who is Bernard? And I was like, from Santa Claus, hot elf.
I remember writing a letter to Santa in like 3rd grade. And like I said something about Bernard the elf, and my teacher marked off that like why even was I mentioning it? Like she didn't know who it was.
Rude. But I watched a lot of those, like, those, like, classic Christmas movies, like Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Year Without a Christmas, or Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah, Year Without Santa Claus.
That one was my favorite one, because it had the Heat Miser. And
I thought you meant, like, I thought you said, like, just the Santa Claus, the Tim Allen Santa Claus. But, yeah, we watched the shit out of those. I still say, like, the Island of Misfit Toys.
I hate that one.
The little elf, I swear, one of
Yes.
Daniel's grandfathers looked
Yes.
just like the little elf.
Yeah.
And then Daniel looks like the lumberjack.
Yeah. Yukon Cornelius. Cornelius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Name.
I just say the lumberjack.
What is the little kid? What's the elf's name?
I cannot remember. But
Herbie?
he was...
No.
Is it? No, it might be Hermie.
Hermie.
It might be Hermie. I don't know. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. I love that one.
Hermie. You're right.
Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I really like that one because
Yeah.
it had Fred Astaire narrate it.
Yeah.
And Fred Astaire just has this voice that's just... But, like, as I got older, because, like, you mentioned Mr. Darrow's class, and, like, we watched classic films.
Yeah.
It was called History of American Cinema, and I'm almost certain that this is the only time that this class was ever offered at our school.
Probably.
I'm almost certain
Yeah.
it was. But it sparked, like, a special interest of mine. Isn't it crazy, like, how little things like that?
Yeah.
Because, like, I've loved, like, cinema ever since then. And so, like, my favorite Christmas movies, like, range from, like you said, White Christmas, which I love.
That is maybe we didn't watch that. Maybe that was in, like, middle school choir that we watched that.
Either or. I don't remember. But Christmas in Connecticut is my
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
absolute favorite Christmas movie. So it's got Barbara Stanwyck in it, and she writes these, like, Susie Homemaker articles for a magazine, right? Well, she's not Susie Homemaker, and she can't even cook. She lives above a restaurant in an apartment. Well, the editor of the magazine does not know this. He does not know that this little heifer is lying about all these little Susie Homemaker things that she does. Like, she's got a rocking chair, or she's been looking for a rocking chair that her great grandmother had or something. And so in the mail, she gets all these different rocking chairs. She's like, I don't know what to do with all these. I live in an apartment. Well, the editor wants to have Christmas with Susie Homemaker, right? So she ends up having to go, she's got a boyfriend, I think. She ends up having to go to his house in Connecticut and, like, put on, like, she's Susie Homemaker. She's hosting this man for Christmas. Her little friend at the restaurant goes with her, and he's the one cooking all the food, but it's got to seem like she's cooking all the food. Blase blah, an injured soldier ends up being invited as a guest of the editor or whatever. Well, these two end up kind of hitting it off. But the other guy wants to marry her, right? And she's like, no, it's okay. Well, because he's pretending to be her husband. But the cook at the house, she's babysitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's babysitting. So the editor sees this one baby, right? Well, they have to play off that this is their baby. Well, the next day, different baby. That in and of itself sends me into a spiral. And so at the end of it, she has to end up coming clean, and everybody's kind of disappointed in her, Her and the injured soldier end up falling in love, and it's spoiler alert, but I love that movie. I love that movie so much. It's so funny, and it's so romantic. And I just think it's the cutest movie. It's so good.
I'm trying to find the name of these movies that I really like.
And what other movies do I like to watch during Christmas? Die Hard. I don't watch Die Hard.
You just did that because I was like, it's not a Christmas movie.
I mean, it happens during Christmas. The movie takes place during Christmas. I can't think of any. Like, Christmas in Connecticut is like one of my favorite movies. Amara, you were taking up so much space in this chair. I can't be comfortable.
How do you stand on Hallmark Christmas movies?
I don't watch them.
I love them. That's my one guilty pleasure. Like, they've all got the same basic plot, like all of them, but I love them.
Mm-hmm.
TJ hates it that I start watching them almost instantly. There are two that I have seen in the past couple of years that are my absolute favorites, and one of them is called My Southern Family Christmas. I think this is the one. It's like this girl who's a journalist goes to Louisiana to interview this prominent family because her dad is like, they do like a it's kind of like a Christmas parade, but they're in the bayou.
Mm-hmm.
So her dad is playing the role of what would be their Santa. I forget what he's called. Hold on. But he doesn't know. It's her biological father that she hasn't seen since she was little.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that it's her, but she's going to cover this story. Pere Noel is who he's playing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's so good. She ends up falling in love, of course. But, like, she gets to meet her biological dad, doesn't know that it's her. It's a whole thing. It's amazing. I love it. And then also, it wouldn't be a Hallmark Christmas movie to fall in love with if Candace Cameron Bure was not in it. This one is called
Hallmark movies anymore.
Well, this one is called Journey Back to Christmas, where she's like a World War II nurse who somehow time traveled to 2016 and learned about the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
And it was like the same town that she lived in that she traveled to through time or whatever, but it's a really cute movie.
Lord.
I am a slut for the Hallmark Christmas movies.
I just never really watched any.
There was one that I watched last year.
See, I'm always watching things like The Muppet Christmas Carol. Love the Muppets. Listen. Look, this list includes Die Hard.
I know, it's technically a Christmas movie, but it is not a Christmas movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a Halloween and Christmas movie. Memorable quote, just because I cannot see it doesn't mean I can't believe it.
Who is?
Oh, Bad Santa. That one was pretty funny. I like that one. Oh, Meet Me in St. Louis is a good one. It's got Judy Garland in it.
So there's another Hallmark movie that's called Operation Christmas Drop that's got Kat Graham in it.
I feel like I've heard of that one.
It's really cute. She's also in the holiday calendar, and I really love that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
I just like her. Like, I became a Kat Graham fan with the original or Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. Also on this list, what are your feelings on the Polar Express?
It used to be a tradition that we watched that like Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Like we'd watch that before we went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
With Maddie, and I think we did it with Gemma a couple years, but I don't know that we've done that in the past several years.
Well, see, a lot of people don't like this movie, and they think that like the graphics are creepy.
It is kind of weird looking.
I love the Polar Express.
It's a good movie.
I love it.
There are just some movies that for some reason give me anxiety, and that's like sometimes it depends on the type of mood that I'm in. It gives me anxiety.
Yeah. Another movie on this list that, I mean, I wouldn't consider this a Christmas movie, but Christmas does take place during this movie, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Yeah. And I would love to experience Christmas at Hogwarts.
Right.
That just seems so cozy.
Elf. I love it.
Sorry, but
I know.
I used to love that movie. But like when I was like, I'm so upset I knocked my glasses off. When my pawpaw passed away, me and my sister used that as our comfort movie, and we watched it just to, feel better. But like, because of that,
Right.
it reminds me of that.
Right.
So I don't think I've watched that movie since.
So, like, how I know that I'm an adult is that when we watch movies and like you've got the young heartthrob in the movie, I'm not as drawn to the young heartthrob. So, like, perfect example, and I feel like I mentioned this last year on here, Christmas Chronicles. If Santa Claus does not look like Santa in Christmas Chronicles, Kurt Russell's version of Santa, I don't want it.
Fair enough.
I mean, how do you feel about the Grinch? Which one's your favorite version? Have you seen the most recent Grinch?
I have not.
I figured you hadn't.
I have not.
You don't have children, so you're not obligated to watch these things.
I do like the older one just because of the style of it.
Yeah.
I like the style of that classic cartoon Grinch. But I do like the Jim Carrey Grinch.
I love the Jim Carrey Grinch. They could not have picked a better person.
Right.
There is a movie. We talked about A Christmas Story.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the next one where Ralphie's all grown up?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty cute.
No, I haven't watched A Christmas Story in many, many years.
There is a newer, like past 5 years or so, called New Noel. It's on Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got Anna Kendrick in it.
Yeah.
Love it. I just love her, though. Have you seen Krampus? I've not seen Krampus.
No.
Fred
Why
Claus.
is that a Christmas movie?
Fred Claus is a cute movie. We love Fred Claus in our house. Home Alone, we watched that yesterday. 4 Christmases.
I've never seen it.
Oh, man, you need to.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, Little Women. I didn't realize that took place during Christmas. This
Yeah.
is the Winona Ryder version, the 1994 version.
I've not seen it.
But I've seen an older version that I really like. Little Women. It's a good story.
Jingle All the Way. I hated it.
Never seen it.
Doesn't
that have Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
Yeah. Jack Frost. Hated it.
Never seen it.
It's got...
I know it's got Michael
Yes.
Keaton in it.
Yes.
And I know, like, the whole premise is that he dies.
Yeah. It comes back as a...
Yeah. But I'm sure I've seen it, but it's been so long that I don't.
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
It's a classic.
Home Alone. And I just said that. We watched that yesterday. Do you like it?
It's all right.
It gives me anxiety. Gremlins. Why is that a Christmas movie?
It probably takes place during Christmas.
I've literally
That wasn't
never-
on my list.
Arthur Christmas is cute.
It's a Wonderful Life. My dad says that movie's depressing.
I don't know that
It
I've ever
really
watched
is.
it.
It really kind of is. So, the little
Yes, I
caption,
have.
an angel is sent from heaven to help a desperately frustrated businessman by showing him what his life would be like if he had never existed.
What's the angel's name? Clarence?
I don't remember. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like the original.
I like the newer version better. 8 Crazy Nights. The Adam Sandler.
Never seen it.
It's funny. It's so funny.
The Thing for Christmas in Connecticut on IMDb says a food writer who has lied about being the perfect housewife must try to cover her deception when her boss and a returning war hero invite themselves to her home for a traditional family Christmas.
Oh, what is that movie? I may need to watch that. It's called Hot Frosty. The dude on the picture is pretty, pretty.
I've never seen the shop around the corner, but
I've never even heard of it.
I have heard about it. It says 2 employees at a gift shop can barely stand each other without realizing that they are falling in love through the post as each other's anonymous pen pal. That sounds cute.
Have you watched Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square? It's kind of cute.
No, I haven't.
I'm really upset that I can't find Smoky Mountain Christmas anywhere. I've got to find it. Oh, I watched a Christmas movie last year, and it was like a Hallmark type movie where it was about a lesbian couple, and it was really cute. Or it turned out to be a lesbian couple. Oh, and that, hold on, what is it called? Let me see if I can find it. Christmas at the Ranch, was that it? Maybe. Yes, that's it. And I got so frustrated with it because at the beginning of the movie, so you've got a girl who her family owns this ranch. I think somebody had passed away, and her brother had stayed behind to try and keep the ranch going. And like the ranch was kind of a big to do in the town. And so she went away to be a business person. Yeah. Well, apparently, like the ranch was supposedly in Nashville. And so she went home to help. Like they called her and said she needed to come home. And so she goes home and she has to stay a night in a hotel. The hotel that they picked out was that little shit ass hotel that's over by Opry Mills behind the Cracker Barrel.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
There were people riding horses up to this hotel. Like there is a barn anywhere close.
Right.
And I think even at one point the lady was like, I'll go take care of your horse in the stable or what. Bitch, where?
Lord.
And then, too, they go to a bar, and I'm pretty sure it was the Nashville Palace.
Really?
And, like, the whole situation when she was in, quote-unquote, Nashville, and then the fake-ass accents that they used, I was so livid for, like, the first probably 30 minutes of this movie.
See?
Oh, I was hot. Yeah, it was Christmas at the Ranch. It is a really cute movie.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. But let me see if I can
There's
find...
just aspects of it that are...
Let me see if I can
suck.
find... It's not showing, like, scenes from the movie. Like, and honestly, like, the ranch that they could... the ranch that they could have used could have very well been somewhere in like Franklin.
Yeah.
And it did give like Franklin vibes. But like, I mean, they used this shitty ass little hotel that's literally right across the street from this big ass Opryland hotel.
Right. Well, Gaylord was probably like, no can do, bud.
I was like, really?
You can't afford us. We're not in your budget.
Probably.
I'm so cold. I wish I could get in the dryer. Me, as soon as I stepped outside today.
Christmas music, leave it or take it.
I like it. But once again, I'm a classic Christmas music girly.
See, I am telling you, Spotify, New York. What is it? How is it said? Hold on, because I was listening to it earlier while I was writing this episode.
Yeah, because like
this episode, but the next one.
unfortunately at work,
Christmas in New York playlist.
Yeah, unfortunately at work, we're next to a flower shop, right?
Yeah.
So we've been listening to Christmas music since October.
And is it like Christian Christmas music?
Sometimes. I'm like, what is this? This is church music.
I can deal with like old school country Christmas music. Like I'm talking like 80s, 90s.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. Maybe early 2000s. Anything post 2010.
Yeah.
No. I like the new, like when I say New York Christmas, you think
Frank Sinatra.
Bingo.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Like,
see, I like Burl Ives. He's the one that did like like Santa Claus is coming to town.
So like this playlist has Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra.
Mm-hmm. See, sometimes they'll play stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'm like, this is quite literally a gospel choir. What is this?
Eartha Kitt's version of Santa Baby.
Oh my gosh. That's so good.
Dean Martin, Ella Fitzgerald. Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Christmas to me.
Right.
Michael Bublé, I'll add him in there. That's not classic, but the man can do Christmas. I'll take him for Christmas, you know?
Right.
Mariah Carey, I can tolerate. But I mean, this playlist does have some, like there's some Elvis Presley, some Chuck Berry, but then there's also like Lady A and what was the other one I saw? Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Kelly. She's got pipes. But it's not the vibe I'm going for.
You know what vibe I'm not going for either?
What?
Mariah Carey.
I mean, I'm not. I can deal.
I'm really not. I get it. It's good. It's just not my vibe. It's too that. And when I want to listen to like Christmas music, I'm trying to get into a mood. The mood that puts me in is
all right. So hear me out.
Overstimulated.
We can play up to 10 seconds, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
This does it for me while I'm trying to work. Dubstep Christmas. Trap music Christmas. When I'm really trying to get stuff done.
See, I'm just not into it. It's not the vibe I'm going for. Because, like, the other night, while I was trying to write, put on a playlist, and it helped. It helped a lot. But Daniel comes in here and he goes, "What are you listening to?" So it's like that.
Yeah.
The playlist is called Disturbingly Dark Classical Music.
I saw you post that.
It was the mood. I had like all the lights off in here. I had my little desk lamp on the lowest setting, and I had my green string lights, which I still haven't decided if I like. But I like the mood, but I'm not sure if I like that they're white. But the general consensus in the Discord I'm in was it looks cool.
Yeah.
So
if I'm working and I'm like, really, I got to crank some stuff out and I have to be in the mood for it, like some EDM stuff, really, I guess it just kind of puts me in a trance.
Yeah.
Because it's very repetitive sounds.
Yeah.
So I'm going to crank some stuff out.
Right. And it's probably like it's two different vibes, but they're also the same vibe in that like we both need no word music to
Now,
focus.
some of my EDM does.
Yeah.
Because there is a song, and I forget.
Like if I have music going, it has to have no words, like no singing, no vocals, nothing.
So there is a song by Burgor that features Miley Cyrus, and it's called Bitches Love Cake.
Yeah.
It's not kid friendly.
It doesn't sound like it.
It literally says slap her face, fuck her in the butt.
God.
I crack up every time I hear it. There are words to the music that I listen to, like when I do the EDM, but like it's more, I'm hearing more of the music, and I'm really cranking it out.
It's not like, and I wouldn't consider that genre of music necessarily adequate for singing all the time. Like not
now,
every song is gonna have it, or
I'm
whatever.
gonna dance.
Right. That's what it's for. That music is for people who will take drugs and go dance.
Yeah.
But it's also good for like, and I can like, it's like I said, it's like a similar vibe that I try to go for, but in a different, it's like same vibe, different font.
I've been trying to find, and I know I saw it on TikTok, but I can't find it on Spotify, like a gothic country.
Yeah. But like I think probably for this Christmas season, I'll probably try to find like an instrumental, like vintage Christmas style playlist. Cause like that's what I've been into this year, is like that style, that like lo-fi style. Cause like during Halloween, I came across a playlist called Graveyard Rock. That was like,
Yeah.
It was a vibe, and it was like a lo-fi vibe. Like I would put it on in the background.
Here's one literally called Christmas Vintage Instrumental.
There we go. See? I fear my Spotify Wrapped is going to be whack this year. Because mostly I just use Spotify to listen to playlists like that or audiobooks. There's going to be a lot of the ACOTAR series. That's also something, like I know you don't know anything about the ACOTAR series at all, but the Christmas vibe in those books is also something that I would love to experience. It's so cozy.
What is your least favorite Christmas things? Let me go first. Elf on a Shelf.
Yeah,
I hope he remembers to put that out tonight.
I heard
it was supposed to come out the night after Thanksgiving, and it didn't. And so we tell our kids that it comes out when we put the tree up, and that went up today.
Gotcha.
So I gotta.
So we heard today that Elf on the Shelf was arriving, and that
our Santa cam.
This one comes on December 1st.
I think we've done that past year.
I want to get a Snoop on a Stoop.
Or a Martha to go with your Snoop.
I also am like contemplating, even though like all of my wrapping paper is all like vintage Christmas style.
Oh, how many kids do y'all have come into the shop?
I mean, quite a few. It just it varies.
Put an Elf on the Shelf up out the shop, and just
that would be
every
cute.
day just kind of put him somewhere.
Yeah, that would be cute. Oh, lately it's been so busy. It's been so busy. And like, I guess as this episode drops, we'll be like right nearing the end of our Christmas season. So if I survive,
you will.
It's so busy. And I got one machine that keeps wanting to break down on me. And I got one machine that I'm going to break if it don't stop acting bad.
I've got
like, and most of it's not even Christmas orders. Like, it's just like usual business orders. Because, like, we just, like, one of our local, like, grocery store chains, I just did, like, 100 and something pullover crew necks for them, embroidered a left chest. And I just finished those, yesterday. I did. We've got a mounted search and rescue I just finished jackets for. I'm going to have over 80 hoodies for a fire department. Can't wait. Can't wait. We did work on Thanksgiving though, and like, honestly, the best work day so far.
Because no one was coming in.
I was able to put my headphones on and listen to my audiobook. Half of the day, I didn't even have my headphones like playing anything because the machines are so loud, and these are noise canceling. So I could hear the machines running, so I could hear if they stopped, but it was so muffled. And, like, I came home, and, like, the next day, because we were back in the thick of it, working, and, like, people coming in, and so I couldn't do that because people kept coming and asking me stuff. So, I'm like, the next day, on the way home, I looked at him, and I said, yesterday was so good. I was like, I did not leave with my shoulders tense.
Yeah.
I was like, that noise is a lot. And I didn't realize, like, just how much that noise bothers me.
Right.
Until I was able to just work with my headphones on all day.
Well, I've got hope. Work has been kind of stressful for me for the past little bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into it. But,
right.
like, I have had, and I'm going to take it as this is the answer to why I've been having these dreams, but not last night, but the 2 nights before that, I had a dream both nights that I was pregnant. First of all, y'all will have to lock me away. But dream interpretation means that when you have a dream that you're pregnant, that new things are coming.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that something is coming my way.
Yeah.
That's going to be a change of pace, at the very least, because I definitely need a change of pace. Something new and something that I'm going to have fun with and enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, in case anyone that I work with or for is listening, I'm not saying that I'm looking for another job, because that is not the case. I feel like I'm pretty well established where I'm at. I just need a change of pace.
Yeah.
I'm getting close to burnout level with it, but
yeah.
Like, hey, special project would be nice.
Right.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I'm kind of anxious to see what's coming.
Yeah.
It's been a trying couple of months.
Yeah.
So, I feel like something's on the horizon.
Well, good.
But anyway, Christmas things you don't like.
Christmas things I don't like. Well, now Black Friday shopping, I don't like that anymore.
I haven't done any Black Friday shopping in years.
Yeah.
Since we quit, I haven't
gone either. Like,
and
a lot of stores are closed on, like, Thanksgiving Day. But, like, even, we went to Walmart Friday night after work. And it looked like the whole store had been ransacked. And I ended up just buying, like, gift wrapping supplies because I saw some cute stuff.
We went to Food Lion.
I hadn't bought the only Black Friday deal was I placed a Funko order just a little bit ago.
We went to Food Lion and then we went to Petco PetSmart Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it was anything big. The only thing that, like, I bought specifically Black Friday special was prior to Thanksgiving when they started running Black Friday specials, and that was when we got the bearded dragon, because we've kind of talked about it in the past, and TJ and I both have always kind of wanted one.
Yeah.
Because I've been talking about it for years. And then, like, Easton has said something about it a couple of times, and, like, the girls have agreed that, you know, it was something that they'd like. And so I just so happened to have seen, like, something popped up on my Facebook or something, like a targeted ad. And I was like, well, let me just look. And so the enclosure thing that we had looked at in the past that was normally like $250 because it's like a 40-gallon tank with all, like, the startup stuff. Usually $250. It was marked down exponentially.
Right.
And then they were also having a sale on the actual bearded dragons themselves. And so we ended up spending so much less getting it then. And so, like, it was literally like oh, hey, look, these are on sale. And I'm pretty sure, like, we kind of vaguely talked about where we would put it. Because we've been saying for forever we are not getting any more pets.
Right.
At all. Definitely
Famous
no dogs.
last words.
We have 2 dogs and a fish at this point, and I have been saying for forever that we are not getting anything else, especially, you know, nothing, no other fish, no lizards, no nothing, until something happens to the fish that we have.
Right.
My son, of course, because it's his fish. You'd think that he'd care a little bit more. He's like, okay, well, we're just going to flush Blueberry then.
Oh.
Absolutely not. The fish is still swimming, alive and well. But we had a brief conversation, literally 2 minutes or less. I clock out of work. I'm like, okay, I had dinner in the crock pot. I was like, well, we need to run to Walmart because I got to pick up a few things at Walmart. This was like Tuesday night. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he was like, well, let's eat dinner first, and then we'll run to Walmart, and then we'll go to PetSmart. And I'm like, what are we going to PetSmart for? He's like, to go get that bearded dragon. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, I guess that's an early Christmas present. He's like, yeah, we'll talk to the kids about it, make sure it's what they want. So we, like, went in the living room, and I was like, okay, so we're thinking about an early Christmas present. You know, you guys have to understand this is part of your responsibility, too. We had a whole conversation about it. They were cool with it, so we ended up going and getting it.
Yeah.
So Bowser has been welcomed to the Lee family.
Well, good.
To the family. But
I don't know what, like, I've ordered him some, he's so hard to buy for.
who?
Daniel.
Yeah,
I've ordered him some Christmas because I specifically saved 2 things for me to order for him that I haven't sent to anybody else. But I mean, mostly he's like been super into his Hot Wheels again. So he's like wanting to actually like take care of his collection and wants like protector cases and stuff like that. And he's been going more often to do Hot Wheel hunting. And he's been buying more. I think like Easton liking them has gotten him back into them. And then he's got a friend who is also a Hot Wheel hunter. And like they'll go, it's so cute. They'll have their little romantic man dates and go out together and go Hot Wheel hunting. It's very cute. Even though I can't stand the guy. But not Daniel, his friend. But I think it's very cute that he's got his little friend that he goes out and he goes and buys toys with. Wow. And then I get to stay home and scrapbook and clean and do laundry, fold his underwear. But he buys me Hot Wheels sometimes too. So I'm getting a surprising amount of Hot Wheels for Christmas. But they're all ones that pertain to my interest.
Right.
So like he's won some on eBay auctions for me.
If he ever comes across any babies, you know, from Supernatural,
yeah,
I'm here for it.
Yeah. I've also told him like pops I'm looking forward to because I collect pops.
Yeah.
But I'm not like I don't have like a huge collection. I just have select ones that I collect. Yeah. Like I've got all the Edgar Allan Poe ones. There were 3 new Addams Family, like TV show Addams Family, that came out just this year. So Spirit Halloween had a Diamond Wednesday. And then Walmart had Gomez with a pumpkin and Dancing Wednesday. I've got my Supernatural ones. I don't have all of them, but I've got a good amount. Elvira, which that's what I ordered with my Black Friday special, was the 2 new Elviras. The Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo, that was like $35 in Florida. As soon as I saw it, I was like, I don't care how much it is.
Right.
I'm buying that.
That was me with the Up one. That sounded good.
Yeah, I know. And then I've got Freddie Mercury's. I've got Green Day, The Haunted Mansion, and Dolly Parton. I've got some at work, too. So, like, I think Bram Stoker is going to make it to work. Freddie Mercury might get moved to work.
Is that the same Freddie that I have?
I don't know. I don't know what Freddie you have.
Freddie. We have, like, World of Warcraft, we have Star Wars, we have Apex Legends, I have a couple Up ones, we have the Sanderson sisters, I have Sloth from the Goonies, I have Nightmare Before Christmas, I have Big Al, like University of Alabama. I made a personal one for TJ, like one that looks like him.
I forgot about that.
Is that all we have? That might be it.
Also have a Travis Kelce, of course, because I'm such a huge football fan.
Right. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not going to get anything for Christmas from TJ this year because he has taken me on 2 trips in the past couple of months. So
fair enough.
Yeah, I will take that. Experiences.
Daniel ain't taking me nowhere.
Experiences over gifts. Every time. Yes,
that's why I'm like a firm believer in like buy the concert tickets as a gift, buy tickets to a museum, buy
TJ's parents get us year passes to the zoo every year. That pays for itself within 1 to 2 trips. Like stuff we go like multiple times a year. Right. And you think, the zoo, you're going to see the same stuff over and over. It's always different.
Yeah.
Like, we always have a great time going. I have tried to
see. The only thing that sucks though is like things like Boo at the Zoo aren't included.
No, it's not. You get like a very slight discount.
Yeah. Boo at the Zoo is pretty fun though.
I've never been,
even as an adult. It's pretty fun.
I've pitched it to my parents a couple times to get us like membership passes to like the Adventure Science Center because Gemma loves going there.
Yeah.
And we've only gone like a couple times.
Yeah.
I think her favorite part of the whole thing is the frozen yogurt in the little cafeteria type thing that they have. But they always have cool exhibits and they're always changing it. Yeah. And so and that's something to do on a rainy day when you don't want to sit in the house. But we haven't gotten that. But I'm, eventually one day, maybe. Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, I can buy that. Because when you look at the cost of us going once and the cost of a membership that includes others, it's
that's like we were talking about
one trip and it's paid for.
Right. Because we were watching a video today of these 2 British dudes that we watch, or I watch. And they've been going around the United States trying new foods. And they recently went to Dollywood. And like it's like $92 for a 1-day pass to Dollywood. But if you get a season pass, it's $159.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's because they don't want you to buy a 1-day pass. Now, what we were talking about is because we're old people and we're not going to ride any rides probably.
Right.
I was like, they need a food pass.
Right.
Where you're just like walking around and you're eating. I was like, because I'm going to go one day and it's going to be for the food.
Right. I don't know. Maybe I've gone once. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever gone. I feel like maybe one time. But I can't say for certain.
Yeah. Ooh, I don't think I've told you. I'm going to see the Nutcracker this year.
I think you did tell me that.
I'm excited. I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm trying to put together like a nice fancy outfit to go to the ballet.
Yeah. You're like a super fancy person now, going to galas and whatnot.
I'm trying.
Look at you.
Experiences.
Yeah.
Experiences.
I
After COVID, I was like, if I can't scrapbook it, I don't want to be doing it.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to, like, have these things to look back on, because I love scrapbooking. Not everybody does, but I do. But, like, you know, I want to be able to put these experiences into a creative format for me to look at years down the line and to one day wind up in a thrift store or whatever.
Right.
But for me, it's a labor of love. And it really is so relaxing. Like, I just be taking a gummy and scrapbooking.
See, I bought some stuff to make the scrapbook for our family vacations and stuff, and I have yet to do anything with it.
Girls, just start printing me your pictures. If you fund it, I'll do it.
It's not cheap. I was looking, because we went to Michael's, and I was looking at the stuff. We
Michael's,
done walked up to a Hobby Lobby on a Sunday thinking that was going to be open.
Lord.
Walked up to the door.
Rookie mistake.
Walked up to the door and tried to open it.
Michael's is expensive.
It is.
Michael's, it's very expensive.
But I will tell you.
Now they do have, like, in certain things, they have a wider variety of stickers to choose from. Like, they're going to have Halloween paper. They're going to have Halloween stickers. Joann's also has that. Joann's also has a big clearance section for their scrapbook stuff, which I didn't realize. And when I got fabric to make a curtain at work, I loaded up on scrapbook paper and stickers from the clearance section.
I got quite a bit to get me through what I needed to do, but while we were there, because we kind of looked at all the decorations and stuff too, we just kind of perused through the store.
Yeah.
My kids have an obsession, you know, like most kids these days, with Stanleys. They had knockoff Stanleys, you know, like their version of Stanleys, in all different colors for $10.
That's not bad.
Gemma, because I didn't have Maddie that weekend, and they had so many options, I didn't know which one to get her, but Gemma and Easton both got one.
Yeah.
Gemma got a Christmas one. It's like candy cane striped, but like Easton just got a blue one. Maddie was like, you could have just gotten me a blue one. And I'm like, but what shade? Because there was only 42 of them. Like, but I was like, you know, we'll go back and I'll let you get one. They'll probably not be on sale, but whatever. That could also be a Christmas idea for me, but
yeah,
I don't know. I like Michael's. I like their decorations, like their holiday decorations and stuff. We did buy, I think we bought like a sign out on the front porch, like one of those wooden things that you just kind of lean up against the house. We bought instead of a wreath, we bought like a thing to put on the front door. It's metal and it's loud. Every time you open the door, it clangs up against the door.
Nice.
It's annoying, but it's cute. And we bought a Christmas countdown. So it's like how many sleeps until Christmas.
Yeah.
It's cute. And we also, I think that's the day that we went to Home Depot and bought quite a bit of stuff there too for decorations. We started decorating a little bit ago.
I ain't decorated nothing, but work is decorated. I got 2 trees up at work.
Look at you.
The new one is stinky. I don't know why. It smells like vomit.
Oh.
Daniel can't smell it. But I'm like, this tree stinks. With a capital stank.
Wow.
It stinks. It's a stinky tree. And I got a little pink Christmas tree that I put Barbie ornaments on.
Aww.
And I've gotten a bunch of compliments on it so far.
Cute.
Are those vintage Barbie? Yes, they are.
Go
vintage straight from the 90s.
I gotta go back through our Christmas. I just realized earlier. I gotta go back through our Christmas ornament box because I didn't put all the ornaments on the tree because there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
And I didn't find or put up our Santa cam ornament. I didn't even see it.
Vital.
So I gotta find it. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's all.
I think I'm gonna put the tree up tomorrow.
Fun.
I hope Willow doesn't tear it down.
I was kind of nervous on how Ellie was gonna do with it because this is her first Christmas.
Yeah.
And also Loki was acting real shady. I'm waiting on him to try and pee on it. This is not his first Christmas. We didn't have any issues with him last year bothering it.
Yeah.
Up until like Juno always walked by and knocked ornaments off the tree with her big old tail.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My biggest concern with Ellie, Miss Ellie Jean, is when she gets her zoomies.
Mm.
I'm just waiting on her to like just take it.
Do you
down.
have it where you had it last year?
Yeah. So when you walk in the front door where we had the backpacks and stuff hanging,
Yeah.
we got rid of those hooks,
Mm-hmm.
and we put them on that little short wall right there
Yeah.
from the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got the doorway, we put it on this side.
Yeah.
Normally we put it's like a Christmas tree, but the kids can put like Velcro ornaments and stuff on it.
Yeah.
We put that there, but like I'm not even playing with that this year because those little Velcro ornaments go everywhere, and I'm finding them all year.
Mm-hmm.
We put the hooks there so that now they can put their backpacks and jackets and stuff there.
Yeah.
And we bought another like cube, like shelf kind of like that, and put it where those hooks were, and that's where we put Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
So the tree is right next to the TV now. On the other short wall. But that's the same place we've put it for the past several years.
Yeah.
We had talked about putting it somewhere else, but
I feel like mine just kind of moves around to wherever I have room.
I started to say, you have so many options though.
Yeah.
And I just
my
don't.
house is ever evolving.
Yeah.
It's always changing.
There's really, honestly...
You're crowding me. I'm sorry.
There's no other... we've had our living room arranged in different ways before, but, the way that we have it now is the way that it tends to stay.
Yeah.
And it's really the only usable way. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be able to have a house where I can move stuff around just because I feel like it.
Yeah.
But...
Well.
All right. Do you have the nonprofit for this one?
I do.
Are you done talking about stuff for this?
I am.
Okay.
Feeding America. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks, food pantries, and local meal programs. Our common goal is simple: help people get the food and resources they need to thrive. Everything we do focuses on getting nutritious food to communities, from sourcing food donations to advocating for policies that end hunger. And what are they doing? They make healthy food easier to access. We help families feel financially secure. We support laws that make food available to everyone. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks and pantries makes a difference. Together, we can create a future where everyone thrives. And should you feel the desire to donate, I will leave information in the description of this episode and on our socials as to how you can go about doing that. That's all I've got.
All right.
Follow us
on Facebook,
Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube.
Email us at wandersupweird@gmail.com. Oh, yeah. I can't do it like you do it.
I hadn't done that in a while.
I know.
Okay.
Bye.